God!
All right, so today we're going to talk a little bit about Chi Sao, which is your sticking hands, and it's often seen in Wing Chun, made famous in Jeet Kune Do. It's also something that you will see in a lot of the Chinese things with pushing hands. They're very similar. The way I do it is I'm just trying to develop a sense of tactile sense. When you're moving, we're not going to get into a whole bunch of things. I'm just going to give you basics that you can do. We're going to use a Chi Sao sticking hand right here first. He's trying to reach out my leg. I want to be able to stop that hand. If he's reaching, go ahead and try to get to my leg. I want to be able elbow in, elbow down, and stop in this hand. First level as I'm doing this, we're just doing single hand here. It's called riding the energy. He's reaching for this leg, okay, or he may be reaching around for here. Now, notice my fingertips are pointed in the direction of away from him. I don't want to be holding, and he comes across for here. And see how yes, he now has taken control. That was a perfect example right there. Okay, did you see that? If he's going to reverse and switch his position, he goes around the inside, catch, and then he's there. Now he can clamp, and that's a position we're going to use, is 1 of 3. If I come across here and his palm switches with it, the switch on top, he's got the wrist lock there. Up, boom, right there. Okay, so he's got the wrist lock. If he comes over and he rides the energy again, he's got another wrist lock here. And we'll be talking about those as we go. But this first one, first level, is just keep the palm open, keep the fingers up, and then ride that energy. Keep your body turning to rotate so that you can stay with the energy. So if I'm trying to go here, now, the magic of this is he's not pushing. If I pull back, he still sticks with me. See that? It's very, very light, almost like, just very light tactile, just like touching the hairs of the hand almost. If I apply 1 pressure, he applies 1 pressure. If I apply 2, he applies 2 as well. Now, one of the keys is watch that. Now, this is very common. When I come across here, see how this goes? This is a natural elbow going to the outside. He wants to still keep that elbow in as much as possible, because if that elbow is out and I do apply the pressure, it's going to open him up for me to go in and get body shots. So he's in, here. If I'm moving, I'm now practicing going for his leg, good, going for his hip, going to get in. First level, riding that energy. This is perfect right here, okay? And this will apply to our chair stuff as we go as well. The next level is I'm reaching up to go at his face. He's still using that Tactile position. If I now try, because I have this opening where I can roll around and hit with this elbow, he's going to turn to the Tactile. So as I go here, this just rolls and caps off that elbow. Our third one is I'm trying to roll around. He's going to Fuchs out. As I come around, Fuchs out here, bring it back down, and right to level 1. All right, so we're seeing this. 1. I'm moving, I'm trying to grab, I'm trying to get in. Keep that elbow nice and bent inside the belly. He's doing this, I like this, how you're like understanding where the elbow is. If you need to practice, you can hold that elbow, keep it in, but this gives you the idea of where that elbow is supposed to be. It's not outside his body. So it's really working out nicely. I go up, the next one is Tactile as I turn, that's it. If I come around, he Tactiles it and brings it back down. He just presses down and he's back in. See that? Very nice, good, okay? So this is the very first one I like using because it's easy to learn. Tactile, Fuchs out, bring it down. Good. And this is new, so 1, 2. And when you turn, try to tap the elbow right there. Energy's in, his elbow's inside still. As it comes around, his Fuchs out comes back inside, flattens it out, finds the back of the hand, and rides the energy again at the palm. Okay? Now, if I'm feeling that I'm getting stress in my elbow, it's because he's pushing. And if you push, and you can test this, push a bit. If you push and I let go, I can catch the strike. So he wants to be light so that he can feel. Yeah, he leads. That's nice. See, and I'm going quick. All right? I go up here. I come as fast. There's that block. Okay, now this one's good if it's got a little weight because you don't want me to push in. But see how his elbow's in here? This is perfect positioning right here. I can force, and that's actually draining my shoulder right now. Right? As I go around, he just rides that energy. Takes the Fuchs out. Again, notice how he's bringing that elbow into the center line. This is the key of everything. He brings it back down, resets. Good. All right. This time I'm going out, and I'm going to come up to grab his neck. This is when he's riding the energy. He's going to turn to the Bonsao. And you want to keep with the Bonsao so your elbow as far away from your body as you can, and your Bonsao almost as though he could grab and choke me right here. Notice how his elbow's turned over. And let's go back to this one, because the Bonsao is probably one of the most important ones that you'll learn. As I'm coming up here and I'm trying to reach, It's that rolling over that he's got here. See, it's this part of the elbow, that inside here, that's what's rolling me across. It's not just lifting your elbow. He's rolling it, and he's perfect. His palm's facing up. If I come back down, he wants to bring me back down. He doesn't even have to pull back this way. If you pulled me back into the Tactile over there, see how if you pulled? He's outside of his body, he opens stuff up. So when he's here, he doesn't pull. He just drops his elbow into center line and flicks his hand over. Boom. And that little bit, there's no weight, right? That was like completely effortless, and you can see it drop my body. If we work this one, because this is an important one, I'm coming to grab his neck, he keeps it away. Notice that far elbow. He's coming down, he decides to do it, boom. And if he wanted to deliver, hope you heard that one. That's over, this one, drop the elbow inside and flick the hand over. So that's the correct palm. That's going to be a very useful move. Now he's here, he could have struck, and he returns back. If he strikes, boom, he goes back to control, and now he's going to control the top control. Okay? So you got one. Up here. Elbow comes in, he caps the elbow. He's getting that flat, the bend, the triangle of the elbow is where he wants to control. By keeping that triangle of the elbow, he can now read and feel that energy, bring it back down, boom, and ride that energy. Now, on this first one, what I want to do is now close his eyes. So close your eyes and just go for the feel. Okay? Don't leave the feel where I'm going. As I go up, he pushes. He feels that elbow, he feels it come right down. Nice. He guides me back down. Awesome. So I come up around here. Okay, so on this one, it's the Tactile. Let that Tactile back down, roll on top. Good. He goes over, he rolls, he taps it back down, and there we go again. And then we're back into it. Now, I could come up this way as well. He brings it up, he clears it over his head, what we call gunting, and he brings it back down, and he's capping that hand. This is all we have for you guys to learn in this first section. Okay, here, over, down, yes. Do you see how he turned that? Boom. Here, that, good. He went over, but he also had one where he had the Tactile, where he flipped it, boom, and then turned it back to the cap. Either one of those work. If you need more strength, the Tactile will help you. If I'm coming out here, he raises the elbow, he rides over, he turns it into the Fuchsal or Tactile, and then turns it back over. Good. Good. So we're here. We've got this now. Here, Tactile. Good. Around. And we just work this a few times. I start feeding it. He's not trying to resist. Remember, see here? This is where that elbow gets in trouble. It's got to Tactile. This one's got a Tactile over. So it's this push. That's it. His elbow going away from himself. That is beautiful. And then he comes back down. Bam. We're working this. Good. And you see that as he comes across. This could be an eye gouge. Okay. As we're going up over. On this side, you want to roll that elbow into the Tactile. We'll do that one a couple times. Roll, turn that Tactile over. Reach that elbow away. There it is. That's like a what we call swim stroke. Boom. I suggest you guys do this one quite a bit to get that feel. Don't you feel it's nice, huh? Boom. Good. Boom. Now, I'm going to start changing it up. If he gets below, he's going to get back on top by rolling his wrist and maintaining control. The game here is to maintain top control. All right? So, I now grab this hand. What he wants to do is bisect the center line of his face, his throat, his eyes. So the other hand comes up. As I come in, he's going to get down control. Same thing, palm control, and he's going to ride that energy. Here and here. Here and here. We're practicing this right now. Same idea. If I'm going to press in, he gets that 1 pound. If I come around to try to deliver a strike as a back fist or hammer fist, he's got that power. If I try for the legs, he can drop that elbow, keep that down. Try to keep that elbow in a bent position. As soon as it straightens out, he's lost control. That bent position, if they get low, you have to do it. Now, if it gets down here, he can scoop it outside and then get on top again. Boom, and try that. So if it's going here, you just pull it with the elbow, boom, that's it. So this is another one that you want to pull the elbow, back over. See how he does that? Pull the elbow, back over. See that? Whack, boom. If I'm getting down, he feels that pressure, he can scoop it and then return. Scoop, pivot your body, pivot your body so you're back on top. Palm turns. That's it. Okay? So if I'm coming in, scoop, bam. That's it. I'm coming in. That position is very important. Okay? Very nice. Boom, here. But he's learning If I get out too far, if I'm trying to go in, he can pull this one. And he's back on the outside. Later on, he has arm bars. You have all the techniques you want from there. We're going to stay simple today. This one, same way. If I'm reaching up to grab for his neck, he's going to roll it over with the Bonsal and then back down. Perfect. See that? He's scooped, roll it over, back down. He feels me come for this leg, scoop it across, regain. Good. I try to come up to him. Very nice. And he's always bringing it back. He's got that center position. This is exactly the way you want to do it, guys. So if I go out here and I try to come over, he's going to use that rising elbow, bring it over. Very nice. See, he pushes it. So you sort of feel that same, this is kind of like a high Guernsal. If I go down here, he pulls down low and regains. If I come over, he doesn't bother with it. These are what we want to work on for today. Now, if I grab, he immediately protects his eyes. Boom. He's down into his move. Bang. Here. Okay? If I come over, he rides it. Bang. Bring him over. Rides it. And if I go, he protects his center line. Good. And look at this. We're just going. I protect the center line. You start to pick it up. He's not fighting the energy. There's no resistance here. Because this is the way it's going to be going. If I have a blade, or if I'm trying to get at you, they're going to be quick. If I get in here, he picks it up. All right. Boom. Grab here. Over. I'm grabbing. He intercepts. Now, if I walk, he just moves with it. He follows the swing. Good. There's that swing. Good. I'm coming in. Very nice. In. Turn up. Try to get to his neck. Good. And then you eventually get this guy so that his arm is so drained. That's perfect. So how'd that feel? Fine. So let's break that down just into the moves that we had so you guys can practice. First one, once again, he was on the same side. He went from a grab. He could take a wrist lock here very easily. He could take the wrist lock, if I come across here, go over top, take the wrist lock there. Very easily. Those are ones that you're going to add later on. But for right now, just for the riding the energy, one, low line. Turn the body elbow inside. So when you're turning, he wants to turn that. He's always in that push position. Boom, bang, boom. I'm shooting for that leg. He's got that pressure. That's it. I now come up towards the face to go in here. See this side now, I roll that elbow. Nice and controlled. If I lift up, he's got an equal amount of pressure. If I push in, he's found that equal amount of pressure. And that same elbow away from your body feel. It's like effortless power. I really feel his strength without him having to put strength into it. Okay? So now, I'm going to go back down. He brings me back down. So we have one. Fingertips, boom. Okay? Elbows tucked in. So at first, maybe hold your elbow so that you're getting used to that. And turn your waist so that it's facing the force. So you can turn your toes, turn your heels. That's beautiful. Now he's employing body mechanics. This second one, I'm going up to the face. Now the Tonsau is a tray. The elbow is inside of the wrist. There we go. So he's got that. He doesn't want that elbow, so see how he's keeping it in? Let go here and let that elbow pull it up and see how I gain the power. Here, he's got really great positioning here. I've gone from the elbow. I now try to come around to catch his throat. He sells it down and then brings it back into control. Okay? And with your fingers on either side. Very nice. Good. So again, one. Tonsau, Tonsau. Hoops out down. Press it down. And there we go. Level one here. Okay? Elbow in. Good. Fingers turn outside, outside. Okay? Now if I was to extend my energy, he could grab that wrist lock there. Boom. He comes down. I extend my energy. He can pick up that wrist lock there. See that? And we'll get into this in the Chi Sao series. All right? So I've gone here, 1, 2, next level, 3, 4 is the Tonsau, 5, Fuksao, and then he pushes me back down to level 1, and he's keeping the fingers in position, correcting his elbow inside. He's got that pretty good. If I now try to go up for his neck, and he's up here, he turns that elbow, that Bonsal, notice right here, that's that key. It's this part that's actually throwing me over, and then he goes back into control. So we're going to work that one a couple of times. Boom. And he's pushing that elbow away from him. There it is. You see that? Boom. And like, notice how his head's getting out of the way. The Bonsal is a disengagement position. Good.